Cayman's greatest hits. This is Gold. Good morning. I'm Ben Maxwell. It is 8:09 with Billy Ocean and Caribbean Queen. And speaking about oceans, Dr. Johanna is here from the Department of the Environment. Hello. How are you today?
Good morning. I am great. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm very happy you're joining us here in the studio this morning. We're going to be talking about shark feeding. So tell me what's up with the Department of the Environment and shark feeding. I love your earrings, by the way.
Thank you. I thought I'd come in style today.
Yeah, you're matching it very well. You're matching the theme really, really well.
Yeah, so it came to the Department of Environment attention that some people still don't know that shark feeding is illegal in the Cayman Islands. This law has come into place over 20 years ago, and we would like to reiterate it.
Okay, so what are the primary details? What is the DOE advising per se?
Stop feeding.
Stop feeding the sharks.
Yes, so in the last few years, we always said do not feed, because that's illegal.
Right.
But there was a recent incident where an assertive shark approached a diver, and it was clearly conditioned, so it has learned to expect food from divers at that point. Okay. And that is quite alarming, because before we always said don't feed, and now we're at a stage where we have to say stop feeding, because clearly it has been going on. And so naturally, sharks do not approach divers. They usually stay quite far away. Our studies have shown they usually avoid divers or areas with high human activities. And so the reason for this law, why it came into place originally, was that we do not want sharks in Cayman to associate food with humans.
Yes.
Because we are actually not on a food chain. They wouldn't approach us for that. But if we teach them that we do have handouts, then obviously they will come close. It's like a dog. Yeah. They can learn.
Well, it's also like the stingrays at Stingray City. People think that, Stingray City, you go in there with some squid in your hand and you put your thumb underneath. I learned that very early on when I lived here before. So it doesn't get hoovered up. But the same principle applies. It's learned behavior, Pavlovian responses, correct?
Absolutely, and sharks and rays are actually related, so you can apply that same principle that we're applying to the rays to the sharks. And actually, you bring it up a good point, because at Stingray City you are only allowed to feed a squid or a ballyhoo, which is a white fish. Any other prey or any other food item will attract the sharks, because those two, the squid and the ballyhoo, do not attract the sharks. Okay. And that's why that rule is in place too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's always a reason behind it.
That's
yeah.
Great. By the way, is Mark Orr still with you?
Yeah, absolutely, and they're actually doing a great job. So in the past, our enforcement team have done a great job actually telling people when we do have these reports of people feeding them or with the culling. They usually either put the lionfish under crevice for the fish to find the predators, and it's not just sharks, it's the moray eels, it's the barracudas. All of them have potential for injuries to people.
The morays are very, very scary.
Absolutely, they have a nasty bite
and
so much
bacteria.
bacteria.
Their teeth facing inward. Yeah. Which is just no bueno.
Yeah. So the enforcement team has been out there telling people and warning them, please do not. They even confiscate, in the worst case, like the spears, the buckets, all these things. Okay. So they have been doing a great job. But like I said, this recent incident, it happened in September, and I was so alarmed by that, because it shows this learned behavior. Right. So we wanted to make sure everyone is on the same page. Especially, the new season has opened up. We just want to make sure that our environment in Cayman, that we as humans are keeping it real and wild, and that the sharks are.
Exactly. Well, give Mark my best.
Yeah,
because he's an old friend of mine. I really appreciate it. Dr. Johanna from the Department of the Environment. Thank